mainly cloudy. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 60 degrees.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. The current Republican candidate for Illinois Lieutenant Governor Aaron Del Mar recently interviewed with the Hart Media Group during his events and media tour. During the interview with Del Mar, the lieutenant gubernatorial candidate spoke about what he believes should really change within the current legislation in Illinois. According to Del Mar, his three biggest focal points where change is needed are affordability, public safety, and education.
The three core points of our campaign are: number one is affordability, right? Property taxes are high, utility bills are high. People are just finding it harder and harder to be able to survive here in Illinois. And, we're one of the highest property taxes in the United States. We have some of the highest total unaffordability issues of anywhere in our great state, great country. And so that's number one, right? Trying to figure out a way to make it a little bit easier for people to excel and thrive in Illinois, not just survive. Number two is public safety, right? Not just in the city of Chicago on the southwest side, but also all over, right? Because of the Safety Act and, the bad legislation that has gone through Springfield. People don't feel safe going to work, coming home, getting to school, their families. It's been a real big challenge. And the way that, Illinois has taken such a progressive lean towards keeping our people safe has created a lot of challenges. And then third is making sure that every student in Illinois, regardless of what your parents do for a living, regardless of what your zip code is, you have access to a quality education.
According to Del Mar, with the current state budget increase, many taxpayer families are hurting to save money or even pay their bills due to gas prices rising and taxes on crucial products such as food and property tax. Del Mar states this marks his top priority as affordability, and also states that the state budget does not need to be this large.
Well, the affordability is pretty much our top one, right? You're seeing the way that Illinois has raised their budget. We're at a $56 billion budget. When J.B. Pritzker took over 7.5 years ago, it was $40 billion. This is the largest ballooned budget that Illinois has ever faced, record-setting. When you look at states like Florida, they have almost twice as many residents as we do, but their budget is half as what ours are.
When it comes to education, Del Mar believes that focusing the funding given into the current programs and educational systems towards educational outcomes is crucial. According to Del Mar, schools are in fact getting funding, but in some cities, the outcome of student education still falls short, as many kids in those districts cannot read, write, or do math at grade level.
Right? When you look at the way that we fund education, people keep talking about, we're underfunding education. It's true in many areas, but we should be looking at educational outcomes. What is the quality of education that we're getting with people? Like in the city of Chicago, for example, they spend about $15,000 per student more than they do in the surrounding suburbs, but the educational outcomes are inverse, right? 87% of the suburban kids can read, write, and count on a grade level, where 87% of the kids in Chicago cannot. That shouldn't happen. Right? Everyone should have access to a great education. So when you graduate high school, regardless of what your next steps are, if you're going on to college, because college isn't for everyone, if you're going into trade school, the military, or you're going directly into the workforce, Illinois needs to prepare you for whatever that is, and we've been failing at it.
There once was a program in Illinois that offered educational resources to students and teachers to stretch the different learning opportunities and provide a better educational outcome.
We need to start talking about, some of the opportunities that we've been missing out at. We had a program here in Illinois. It's called Invest in Kids Act. It was a 5-year program that had bipartisan support, which created an environment where kids would have access to tutoring. If they didn't like the school they were going to, it would offer them some opportunities for funding for private schools. If you were homeschools, it would give you curriculum. It would give you, technology and electronics to be able to increase that educational opportunity for you.
Del Mar also recently held a dinner at Angelo's in Taylorville to allow the community to discuss their concerns and ask questions. A photo is available online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. The Hart Media Group is also planning for an upcoming interview with the Democratic candidate for Lieutenant Governor, Christian Mitchell. Keep an eye on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com to find out what is said in Mitchell's interview. The next generation of firefighters is getting its start as the Taylorville Fire Department has officially relaunched its Fire Explorer post. The department welcomed its first 3 Explorer members, marking the beginning of the program's return. While the initial class is small, fire officials say they're looking forward to helping these young recruits gain valuable experience and develop the skills needed for a future in the fire service. Their first day focused on one of the most important lessons in firefighting. That lesson is taking pride in the firehouse. The Explorers learned about the importance of keeping the station clean, organized, and ready to respond at a moment's notice before moving on to hands-on training. The new members were introduced to the department's first due engine, where they learned about the tools and equipment firefighters rely on every day. They also received instruction on properly putting on and removing self-contained breathing apparatus, or SCBA, equipment. The Taylorville Fire Department says it's proud to invest in the next generation of firefighters and looks forward to watching the Explorers build their skills, strengthen their work ethic, and develop a passion for serving the community. The department is encouraging the community to join them in welcoming the newest members of the Fire Explorer post as they begin their journey in the fire service. Find out more about the Taylorville Fire Department at taylorville.net/fire-DEPT. Families in the Hillsborough School District will have an opportunity to get ready for the upcoming school year at the Hillsborough Free Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st. The event will be held from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon at the Hillsborough Free Methodist Church and is designed to help local students start the new school year prepared and confident. Families with children attending schools in the Hillsborough School District are invited to receive free back-to-school clothing and school supplies while supplies last. Organizers say the event is intended to ease the financial burden many families face as students head back to the classroom. The Montgomery County Health Department will also be on site during the event, offering back-to-school immunizations. By bringing multiple services together in one location, families can take care of several important back-to-school needs in a single visit. Organizers say the annual drive is made possible through the support of volunteers, donors, sponsors, and community partners who have dedicated their time and resources to serving local families. Organizers also say the event demonstrates what can be accomplished when a community comes together to help its neighbors.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, come check out our 7-month CD special, as well as the new higher rates on our 12 and 24-month certificates. If you're looking for a great investment, now is the time to put your money to work in a TCCU CD. Our minimum deposit is $1,000. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed, and fees could reduce earnings on the account. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Member NCUA.
Chili enthusiasts can take part in a cook-off at the Taylorville VFW this Sunday. Aldo's Chili Cook-Off is back for another year. The cook-off starts at 11 that day, but the doors open earlier than that. Visitors can taste the chili and also enjoy food, alcohol, and live music. The event is sanctioned by the International Chili Society, or ICS, and is meant to follow the Christian County Fair and its Chili Cook-Off on Saturday. Tom Calvert is among the organizers of the event. He says Sunday's cook-off will feature 4 different categories of chili, each with their own strict specifications. There was also a special crock-pot section for VFW members who wish to enter.
The veggie chili, which is no meat or meat products, okay? Then a home style with beans. Home style has to have beans. And then a chili verde, which is usually the green chili, meat and gravy, and then traditional red chili, which is meat and gravy. Public sampling will be, the doors open at 11 for the public. We'll have chili sampling from ICS, and that is it'll be like a $5 donation, and you'll get a band. And then every hour on the hour, it'd be like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock. You'll be able to taste all the championship ICS cooked chili, okay? In addition to that, we're going to have our first ever VFW Crockpot Challenge chili, which is open to VFW members, family, friends, that kind of thing. They bring their pot of chili piping hot at noon, and we put a box up there, and people drop in tickets for that. They're $1 a piece or 6 for $5. Whoever gets the most tickets in that will win $100.
Jennifer Davis, another event organizer, will open her well-known Bloody Mary bar. There will also be raffles for gift baskets.
We've got some pork and some brisket sandwiches with chips that'll be served with sodas for $10. I've got my famous Bloody Mary bar. Have all the fixings for that happening. Like he said, doors will open at 11 o'clock, and we hope everybody comes out, has fun, bids on some items. There's some awesome stuff that we have.
We got, I forgot. We had the big silent auction. And it's going to be kind of like what a lot of the places do anymore. We'll have the baskets on display, and then you buy tickets. And we're going to go, I think it's $10 for 10 tickets, or 50 tickets for $40. And you can drop them in as many as you want. And it's going to be more of a blind draw. Whoever you might want buy one ticket, or might need to buy 40 or 50. Buy 100. We don't care. The more the better. All our proceeds are going to the VFW.
Calvert adds that the timing with respect to the fair also allows competitors at the fair's cook-off to also enter Sunday's competition.
Chili cooks like to travel, but when they travel, they want to go a 2-day cook-off. It's better because they might make more money. And if you're going to spend that kind of money, maybe buy a hotel room, or you're paying lot rent at Sancris Lake or Tableville Lake or whatever it is, it's nice to come do a 2-day event and leave. So we went ahead and decided to make it on a Sunday. And we thought the venue, since it's usually so hot in the end of July, that we would move it indoors. So it's going to be an indoor venue, air conditioning. We're providing tables and chairs for the cooks, which is always a plus. They don't have to bring a tent. That's a plus. And a lot of these chili cooks, it's going to be a back-to-back cook-off with Illinois State, which is going to happen on Saturday at the fairgrounds here in town. So when they're done with that chili cook-off, the chili cooks can bring their supplies over and set up on the tables. We'll have them ready for them. And so it'll run a little bit smoother on Sunday for them because they'll be set up.
The organizers hope the event will not only attract visitors to another of the many chili cook-offs in Taylorville, but also showcase the VFW and what it has to offer.
So what we want to do there is, since we can't guarantee money because we don't have that much backup this year at the place, but the chili prize money will be based on the number of contestants in each, and we just split it that way, first, second, and third, and they'll receive a trophy. And you
got fancy little banners that we had made up,
certificates, and stuff like that. So we are really looking forward to it. A lot of curiosity. A lot of people say, "What's this going on?" We go out to the VFW, and they'll say, "What's going on?" Some people say they still haven't heard about it.
Well, and a lot of people say they haven't heard about we're even open to public. So I think this will kind of attract a lot of attention also.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of work, a lot of remodel. If you walked in there now and you've never been in there, you'd be mind blown. We've got 5 TVs. We've got, brand new bar stools that are actually going to be installed this week. It's just, we are making changes for the positive.
More information on Aldo's Chili Cook-Off is available on the Taylorville VFW's Facebook page. Tom Calvert and Jennifer Davis appeared as guests on the WTIM Pana Morning Show.
Your son was 3 when you planted that tree in your backyard. Now he's grown, planting seeds and making memories with his own kids. Let Heartland Bank help you grow more memories with banking options for every stage of your life. Welcome, former CNB customers. We're your community bank. Heartland Bank. We build relationships that nurture and grow your dreams. Visit us today at hbtbank.com, member FDIC.
The Christian County Fair pageant winners have been heavily involved in the fair since being crowned on Tuesday. Starting off with Little Miss Christian County, the winner for 2026 is Blakely Fisher. Fisher's first and second runners-up were Lainey Morris and Araya Austin, respectively. The 2025 Little Miss Christian County winner, who is passing the crown now to Fisher, is Avery Nation. Next, the winner of Junior Miss Christian County was announced. The winner of the 2026 Junior Miss Christian County pageant is Thea Shanks, with her first runner-up and Miss Congeniality being Holland Becker, and her second runner-up, Emma Grundy. The 2025 crown was passed on to Shanks by the 2025 Junior Miss Christian County, Jolie Cavatorta. Finally, the announcement of the 2026 Miss Christian County winner, Olivia Kent. Kent's first and second runner-up were Miss Congeniality, Ella Reese, with her second runner-up being Charlotte Stickle. The crown was passed off by 2025 Miss Christian County, Lydia Repsher. In this announcement, the winner of Miss Illinois County Fair Queen was also made. The Miss Illinois County Fair Queen for 2026 is Krista Phillips. As the new school year approaches, an update on ag teaching openings in Illinois. John Heiser is District 1 Program Advisor for Facilitating Coordination in Agricultural Education. More information on ag teaching openings is available at ilaged.org. And on a similar note, those in the ag industry that have an itch to teach may want to explore an education license with stipulations. John Heiser is with Facilitating Coordination in Agricultural Education. The Ellis Conference is July 29th at Lincoln Land Community College in Springfield. To register or for more information, contact Heiser at jheiser@ilaged.org. In advance of the Farm Progress Show, National Events Director Matt Youngman is reminding visitors to download the app for their mobile device. Visit farmprogressshow.com to get the app. The show is September 1st through the 3rd in Boone, Iowa. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 87-year-old Charles R. Dooley of Taylorville died on Sunday. Visitation is today from 10 till 11 at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 88-year-old Ernest Everett Ayers of Taylorville died July 16th. Visitation is tomorrow from 11 till noon at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 87-year-old Wilma E. Koss of Taylorville, formerly of Effingham, died earlier this month. Visitation is Tuesday from 10:30 till 11:30 at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Union Cemetery in Altamont. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. And 77-year-old Robert Bob Leroy Durbin of Taylorville died last Saturday. A graveside memorial will take place August 4th at 2 at Oak Hill Cemetery in Taylorville. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and every hour as well right here on WTIM, your only local news radio.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie State Insurance.